Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really digging into something significant in European security. It's the UK-Germany Mutual Defense Treaty. The official name is the Trinity House Agreement. Our goal here is to give you the essential insights, cutting through some of the noise around this strategic shift. And to help us navigate all this, we have our expert who's really gone deep into the source material.
Great to be here.
So this isn't just, your standard pact. It feels like a much deeper commitment between two major European players. The big question is, why now? What does it all really mean? Okay, let's try and unpack this. Historically, the UK and Germany, their defense relationship was, well, complex, mostly within NATO. So what's pushed them towards this really quite significant bilateral treaty?
Yeah, it's a direct response, you could almost say an urgent one, to how volatile things are right now. You've got the war in Ukraine, obviously persistent worries about Russian intentions, and frankly, ongoing questions about, well, transatlantic reliability. It's not just about sharing the load. It's a strategic statement. It signals maybe to Moscow, maybe also to Washington, that Europe is serious about handling its own defense, whatever happens elsewhere.
Right, so driven by the current geopolitical climate, that takes us to the agreement itself, the Trinity House Agreement, signed October 23, 2024. What's actually in it? It seems unusually broad.
It really is comprehensive. I
Yeah.
mean, you have the expected things like joint exercises, better intelligence sharing, but it goes further. Deeper defense industry collaboration, like the new Rheinmetall factory going up in the UK for artillery barrels. That's a concrete step. Supports Ukraine, boosts European production. But the core, I think, is the mutual assistance clause. That's not just words. It creates a direct security obligation, almost like a mini Article 5 just between them. Quick commitment, less need for wider debate, perhaps, when speed matters.
That mutual assistance part does sound key. Those specific projects like the factory, they really show the depth, don't they? But how does this fit into the bigger picture for Europe's defense? Especially with NATO, does it, complicate things?
That's a fair question people raise. But if you look at the broader context, the treaty really signals this push for, let's say, greater European strategic autonomy. Proponents argue it actually strengthens NATO. It doesn't undermine it. Think about it, it reinforces the eastern flank. It addresses those concerns about maybe relying too much on the U.S. It shows commitment to burden sharing. It bolsters collective security just from within Europe itself.
Okay, so strengthening NATO by strengthening its European pillar. Makes sense. What about the practical side, the nitty-gritty? How does this change things operationally?
It's all about making things work together smoothly. So more joint military exercises, definitely. That means forces getting used to operating together, shared tactics, maybe equipment interoperability improving. There's specific examples, too, like German maritime patrol planes being based in Scotland. That enhances surveillance in the North Atlantic. And importantly, there's collaboration on cyber defense and protecting critical infrastructure. That's a huge area now.
It certainly sounds like a foundational agreement with real teeth. Looking ahead, then, what might come next from this partnership? And are there any potential challenges or criticisms we should be aware of?
Good question. You could see expansion into maybe space defense, AI, those frontier areas, and crucially, post-Brexit. This gives the UK a pathway to engage more directly with EU defense initiatives. Could knit things closer together. Now, challenges. The main criticism you hear is that worry, does it undermine NATO solidarity? Do bilateral deals fragment the alliance? But the counter-argument, and it's a strong one, is that building this kind of regional strength actually makes the whole alliance more resilient. A stronger Europe makes for a stronger NATO.
Right. This deep dive really underlines that this UK-Germany treaty isn't just another piece of paper. It feels like a pivotal moment, reshaping European security, pushing towards more self-reliance.
It definitely does. And it leaves us with a pretty important question for you, the listener, to think about. As threats keep changing around the world, how much further should European nations go down this road of deep bilateral defense ties alongside those established alliances like NATO? Where's the balance?
That's a really interesting question to ponder. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive today. Keep asking those big questions and stay informed. Goodbye.